We are going to go over how to make an Autoscore constructed response test item, and we're going to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons of this item type. So I'm going to create my item. When I create my item, I'm going to choose Autoscore constructed response. Now, this is for reading and writing questions. If I want to do a math question that I want auto-scored constructed response, I'm going to choose equation numeric. And if that's the choice that you want, I will be going over that question type in another video. This one is simply for the auto-score constructed response. So I'm going to create new item. Now, just like all of my previous items, I do need to choose the background knowledge, depth of knowledge. I'm going to choose a claim. I'm going to choose, let's choose 5th grade. Now, I'm not doing a specific 5th grade level question. My question is actually just to illustrate the item type. So I'm simply choosing, there we go. We'll do this one. So once I've added my claim and my standard, I can go to my step. So again, just like all of my other item types, you'll see that I have my extra items here and my question stem. My question stem is going to be complete the song lyric. You are my sunshine. Not shy. Now, this is where I want to add in my text box. So I'm going to add in Autoscore text box. And then I'm going to put a period. So this is where I want, you make me happy when skies are. And the answer would be gray. So I'm choosing this because gray is one of those words that's a little ambiguous as far as spelling goes. So gray, the American spelling is AY, the British spelling is EY, but both of them are commonly accepted as correct in the United States. So you need to decide what you will accept as correct. The Autoscore text box auto-scores it exactly. So you'll see Autoscore field, there's field 1. You actually can put more than one Autoscore text box, and you can change the scoring instructions for that. For these purposes, I'm going to show you one Autoscore text box. If more than one is something you're interested in, you can explore it further with your coach. They would be more than happy to help you through it. So my field 1, which is the text box, is text. I do not want to click case sensitive. That means if one of my students threw in a capital letter at the beginning or somewhere in the middle of the word, even if they got everything else correct, it would be marked wrong. Now, if you were doing something in which capitalization was important, then you would want to choose case sensitive. But for my case, I don't. So I need to add in now my potential answers. I'm going to have 2 potential answers because, like I said, for spelling for the word gray, I would accept G-R-A-Y. I would also accept as correct G-R-E-Y. Now, if it's something that is not as ambiguous as this answer, that could be A-Y or E-Y. If it's something that has to be spelled absolutely correctly, you would maybe only have one answer. But for this, if it's something that is commonly misspelled, I would want to put more than one option as correct. The Autoscore text box really is best for single words or possibly a short phrase because it does evaluate each part of the text box. So if there are 3 words, it's looking at all 3 words to match exactly with the answer options that you gave. So you do want to make it so that your students are as successful as they should be. Under your rubric, again, if you have more than one item, this is where you would put it. I have one item, and so I am going to leave it with 0 or 1, correct or incorrect. And I'm going to save that as my rubric. If you have multiple text boxes, your rubric is going to look different. Your scoring directions will look different, but this is my one. When I preview it, so you'll see minimum text boxes answered correctly, 1, because I only have 1. This would look different if I had more than one text box. So for instance, if I had 2 or 3 text boxes, there would be several scoring directions. I do want to preview it online, just as all of my other ones are. And you'll see complete the song lyric, and I'm able to type in using any of the keys on my keyboard. So for auto scoring questions, again, I would click save and finish just like normal. For auto scoring questions, when you are scoring the items, you can actually go into constructed response scoring, just like you can with a regular constructed response question that you are evaluating. And you can see the computer scoring for the auto score constructed response item. You are able to override that item for any student. For instance, if you are checking it over and your student accidentally typed in 2 Y's, they typed in GRAYY, and you want to accept it as correct, the computer would mark that wrong because the word does not match the word that you gave in the answer choice. You would be able to go in though, and you would be able to give points for that question and override the computer scoring. So that is an option in the auto scored constructed response items. It is just something that you want to keep in mind about the student's answer matching the answer options that you give exactly. So just like every other item, I would save the item ID so that when I go back to create my test, I'm able to find my items quickly. So that is creating a test or creating an auto score constructed response item. Thank you.